Have you ever wondered how the ultra-rich live? What does a day in the life of a billionaire look like? Well, let's take a deep dive into the world of extravagance and opulence that is the everyday reality of the ultra-rich. Imagine waking up in a palatial mansion, not to an alarm clock, but to the aroma of breakfast prepared by your personal chef. Your mode of commute isn't a crowded subway, but a private jet or a luxury yacht. Your workday doesn't involve hustling through a 9-to-5 job, but making high-stakes decisions that shape global economies, all while sipping on a glass of the world's finest wine. In stark contrast, the average individual starts their day with a blaring alarm, rushes through their self-cooked breakfast, and embarks on a tiresome commute to spend their day at a job that barely pays the bills. The ultra-rich indeed live in a world starkly different from ours, a world filled with opulence and luxury at every turn. But wealth is not a black and white matter. There are levels to it, and it's not just about being rich. Imagine wealth as a spectrum rather than a simple dividing line. On one end, we have those who are financially comfortable. They live without the daily stress of making ends meet, enjoy occasional luxuries, and maybe even have a little tucked away for a rainy day. A step up takes us to high net worth individuals. These folks have a significant amount of resources that provide a cushion against financial hardships and allow for a lifestyle filled with luxuries, from designer clothes to private jets. Finally, at the top of the spectrum, we find the ultra-rich or billionaires. Their wealth is so vast that it transcends typical luxuries. Their financial influence extends to global affairs, shaping economies and, in some cases, even dictating policy. As we can see, wealth is more than a single-dimensional concept. It's a spectrum with varied experiences and influences. What kind of impact does this level of wealth have on our world? The ultra-rich, these moguls of money, wield influence that stretches far beyond their bank accounts. On one hand, they're philanthropic giants. They funnel billions into research, education, and initiatives aimed at solving global issues. From eradicating diseases to promoting sustainable energy solutions, their contributions are significant and far-reaching. But the flip side of this coin reveals some darker truths. Critics argue that this concentration of wealth contributes to global inequality. They point out that the ultra-rich have a disproportionate influence over politics, shaping policies and laws to favor their interests. This power dynamic, critics say, undermines democracy and perpetuates a system where the rich get richer while the poor get poorer. The ultra-rich are a force to be reckoned with, a force that can and does shape our world. Whether we admire them or criticize them, there's no denying the enormous impact the ultra-rich have on our world.